I just can't hear the music on Twitch and
I just can't hear the music on.
YouTube. That's okay. I'm not going to fix it right now. Let me just check this real quick. All right, let's see if there's a good balance in the audio. All right, let me make an adjustment. I can see on my, let me look at my other screen. I'm going to move this down just a little bit. All right, what's up, guys? I've been working on this and waiting for this for quite a while, so it's great to be here. We give people a chance to hop in, pop in and say hello if you are. We are going to have a Founding Member-A-Thon. So we're going to talk all about that. If you want to support the work that I'm driving behind to reclaim fatherhood, you can become a founding member or an architect. And we'll talk more about that. The link is in the bio. It's a one-time membership. And we'll talk about all that. $20 for a founding member. Your name goes on the website. I should scroll up a little bit here. We'll talk about the Fatherhood Bill of Rights. So if that's something that piques your interest, if you actually come in and you become a founding member, let me know. We're going to put it on the board. We're going to be doing this for through the end of November. We're going to be doing a hard drive here. Let's see. I meant for this to loop around. All right. Fatherhood Bill of Rights. I've been thinking about this for quite a while. One of the things that, the video that we just put out a couple of days ago, actually just asking the question, the hardest thing about fatherhood, we're pushing 120,000 views, over 3,000 comments. And one of the things I realized is that a lot of men are working incredibly hard to be the best father that they can be. And part of the things that we're doing is to fight back on some of the pushback of society. And so in kind of the light of what it is to be a father, I came up with these Fatherhood Bill of Rights. And so we'll talk about these. If you want to support this work, it's $20 to be a founding member. We're looking to get 500 founding members as quickly as possible. It's what helps this work keep going. And then if you want to be an architect, you're actually also going to get, if you see on the screen, this father reclaimed 3D printed founding member artifact. We'll be working on those as well. Link is in the bio. You can go learn more about the details, but I want to talk a little bit about the Bill of Rights. Let me make sure I get this set up right so that I have what I need here. All right, so Fatherhood Bill of Rights. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about, again, if you decide to become a founding member, it's $20 one time. Your name will go on the website, which if you're on TikTok, you can see right here. These are just names that I just put in as placeholders. You will also email you a Bill of Rights that you can sign and frame and put somewhere in your room or your office or someplace to remind you. So, and if you have any questions, I'd love to talk to you about it. Every dollar that comes in that you guys in becoming members is going to support this work. My live stream does not contain reproduced content. Oh my goodness. I have to appeal this real quick. Hold on. Let me see if I can actually. Is my AI it's so I'm appealing this restriction. We'll see what happens. If it looks like it's actually restricting, I'll restart the TikTok stream. TikTok has gotten so crazy strict. This is our song, one of our theme songs for Fatherhood Reclaimed that I produced myself. We wrote it, did it, produced it. It's all AI driven. And I can't believe I got a restriction for that. Maybe what I should do is just pause it. Okay, so let's talk about today. Who created this Bill of Rights, Fatherhood Bill of Rights. So let's just go through it here really quick. Let me move some things around on my screen so that I can see it clearly. Okay, so the preamble is this. The contract between father and society is broken. We have been reduced to utilities, valued only for what we provide, not who we are. We refuse to be invisible. We refuse to be ATMs with a pulse. We hold this truth. The father is the irreplaceable architect of the family, essential to the survival of the next generation. Therefore, we ratify and declare these rights. So let's get into what these are. And if you have any questions on these, absolutely drop a question in the chat. And then if you want to become a founding member, you'll have the option to do that as well. Link is in the bio. Okay. Article 1, the right of significance. We are not disposable resources. We reject the definition of fatherhood that ends with provider. We are the emotional and spiritual anchors of our homes. Our value is not measured by a bank account. Our presence is our currency, and it cannot be outsourced. I have a feeling that TikTok is beating me up on this. I'm going to see if I get a notification that says it was. I may have to restart the TikTok stream. Maybe I should just do that just to be safe. On the stream. We'll see what happens here for a little bit. Okay, so that's the first Bill of Rights. Second, Bill of Rights, Fatherhood Bill of Rights, the right of humanity. We refuse to suffer in isolation. We reject the mandate for silence. A strong man bleeds. We have the right to feel the weight we carry and speak of our battles without being labeled weak. We will no longer die quietly to keep the machine running. Article 3. Let me scroll up here so that you can see it on TikTok. Article 3, the right, that was 2. Article 3, the right of respect. We are not punchlines. We reject the narrative of the bumbling dad. We are capable, dangerous when necessary, and wise when asked. We demand respect in our own homes, earned by the merit of our sacrifice and our love. Article number 4, the right of disconnection. The worker must clock out so the father can check in. We have the right to silence the machine. We refuse to let the grind steal the energy meant for our children. When we cross the threshold, we leave the work behind. When we are home, we are home. And then 5 is we are not just disciplinarians. We have the right to enjoy our children and to enter their worlds with joy, not just judgment. We refuse to be merely the enforcer. We choose to be the mentor who builds relationship. And finally, article number 6 is we are raising the future, not just funding the present. Our mission is the molding of men and women, not the accumulation of things. We have the right to raise our children with our values and equip them for a harsh world. This mission supersedes all professional obligations. So there are in these 117,000 or 117,000 views. I think we have over now, if I just go and check, I think we've got somewhere around, well, let's just look and see. And the comments just keep pouring in. Like I said, I may have to restart the stream because I got that. So there are, we're just about to hit 120,000, almost 3,400 comments. And those comments are everything from how hard it is to co-parent, the legal system, not knowing if I'm doing it right, the sacrifice that goes unseen, all of those kinds of things. And one of the things that's really big for me in starting Fatherhood Reclaimed is to take on the battle of what society, the extra pressure society puts on, and how it makes it seem like it's okay to view us as bumbling, or for us to just be silent, or we're just ATMs. There are plenty of organizations that work on the legal system. That's a massive challenge as well. And that's something that we're not really going to focus on. I think here real quick, I think I'm going to restart my TikTok stream because I think that restriction for that AI song messed it up. So hang on, I'll be back in just a second. And for those that are on the other channels, okay, I'm just redoing the TikTok live. So if you're in the other channels, thank you for being here. Bearded Reaper here. Bearded Reaper, what's going on, my friend? What's happening? All right, we'll get back live here. I think we're live again. See if we can go restriction free. I think I need to completely close this out, my monitor. All right. I don't know what that purple line is on the bottom. All right. I think we're back. I think we're good. I also want to read through some of these comments. I mean, we are, like I said, we are at almost 3,400 comments. And this video has coming up, we're going to hit 120,000 views here in just a second. But when you look at these comments, let's just go through here. Let me just change this to newest. So I asked the question, what's the hardest thing about being a father? Question. So Mark says, raising them to not need you, but the whole time you need them. That's a super, super common one. We get that all the time. Tried my hardest not to treat them or talk to them the way I was. That just comes down to breaking the chains of the past, right? That comes down to us not repeating the experience maybe that we had. Guys, if you are just coming in, we are doing a Founding Member-A-Thon. There's a link in the bio. And as soon as you do, if you decide you want to, it's $20 one time for a founding member. Your name goes on the website. And you will get a digital copy of the Fatherhood Bill of Rights. And then if you want to be the architect level, that's $50. And you will also get, as you see on the screen, there is the in the top left corner there of your screen. You'll get that. We'll be 3D printing these. I can't remember these artifacts. These things are going to be. So you'll get that as well. We're also going to be doing a Discord, so you'll be a founding member or an architect Discord. Architects are going to be limited to 100, and then we're going to look to, before the end of the month, getting to 500 founding members. All of the revenues that we generate are going to keep this work going, of doing all we can to change society's view of fatherhood and reestablish it in the world so that we can come back to taking pride in and aspiring to be fathers. So I'm just reading through some of these, what did I say, 3,500 comments, 3,400, almost 3,400 comments, and they just keep coming in. How do we deal with children's mom upset I'm picking up fiance's child when the court says, it's, I've been doing some digging on that whole legal side of things, right, with co-parenting, because that's a whole nother, and that's a great question. I see that comment over and over and over in the feed, and it is a brutal, it's tough. It's not an experience that I've had. There are a lot of great organizations doing work with it, but the courts are wrong. The courts have it so out of balance, but there are some great organizations, and I'm going to dig in some more to see what we can do to maybe support them. And it says any competent adult can pick up. I'm not sure what you're saying. Guys, if anyone, so I'm going to be live for the rest of the night, probably till 11 o'clock or so, and then all day tomorrow. We're going to look to get, if you want to become a founding member of Fatherhood Reclaimed, or an architect of it, it's $20 for a founding member, $50 for an architect. We'll put your name on the board tonight as we go along. We're just getting this started. Your name will go on the website. We may even update it live. So this is what it actually looks like. So these are just placeholder names. But we may do it live, so you'll see it either way. Other comments on here. I'm trying to find ones I can actually read. Some of these once in a while, I don't really understand. Like that one, I don't understand. I'm not even going to read that one. Big Daddy says, the moment you realize the small things you did for the last time, making their lunch, kissing them goodnight, talking about what makes fatherhood hard. Thank you for the follow, Haley. I appreciate that. I'm not sure what exactly you were saying, but I appreciate the follow. Another one, watching them, what's the hardest thing about father? Watching them move away with the grandkids, that is tough. We have 6 grandkids. That is tough. Guys, if you want to become, okay, why am I ineligible for community restriction search results because it contains unoriginal or reproduced content? What are you talking about? Because my website's up? I don't understand TikTok. I don't know why it's doing this. There is no unauthorized content. The website I'm showing is my website. I designed and built. Oh, it's so aggravating. TikTok, why? This is literally my website. Am I not supposed to be showing the website? I wish I had an in sometimes to TikTok. So then it restricts the live. I don't know why. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm going to watch it here for just a second because I want to see if I'm going to get feedback on this. So it must not have been the music I was playing because it's got to be me showing the website. And I don't know if I'll get a notification. I'll play the music again. It's really frustrating. $11 more comments have just come in. I'm just watching to see if I get a reply. I wish they would give you a notification. Maybe it's up here. So that appeal, I'm going to watch and see. The first appeal was not approved. I'm just going to watch and see for showing my own website. I'll watch my notifications. Usually takes a few minutes. Appeal not approved. Oh, that's an old one. Let me see if it shows up. I mean, it's clearly crippling me. There's zero people in my live stream. So aggravating. Oh my goodness. I guess I'm just going to take the website. I don't understand. Okay, so I'm going to restart my TikTok live. This is just BS. It just makes me, why would I even, it's just BS.